Hello, church. This is Keith Fair, pastor for Faith Formation and Discipleship at St. Matthew Lutheran Church in York, Pennsylvania. We are part of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, and this is the Preaching Points video for the 6th Sunday of Easter. It is also Mother's Day, May 9th, 2021. We're going to be reading today from the Gospel of John, chapter 15, verses 9 through 17, which I'll share with you now. Jesus said, "As the Father has loved me, so I have loved you. Abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. I have said these things to you, so that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be complete. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I do not call you servants any longer, because the servant does not know what the master is doing. But I have called you friends, because I have made known to you everything that I have heard from my Father. You did not choose me, but I chose you. And I appointed you to go and bear fruit that will last, so that the Father will give you whatever you ask in my name. I am giving you these commands so that you may love one another." Well, this scene takes us back to the Last Supper in John, which begins back at chapter 13. The Last Supper in John's Gospel does not include Holy Communion. Instead, it has the scene of Jesus washing the disciples' feet, an act of servant love. And he says to them, "I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also should love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." Now, as the scene has unfolded and we've moved into the 15th chapter, Jesus expands on what that love looks like. It looks like self-sacrifice. And as he says here, a willingness to lay down one's life for one another. And he also shows us how this becomes possible. How can we love like Jesus, the Son of God? After all, he's not weighed down by guilt and sin and shame and brokenness and negative past experiences the way we are. And he makes this possible by calling his disciples friends. Now you might say, big deal, I've got a new friend. Why is that important? I've got lots of friends. But Jesus invites his disciples into this circle of friendship, which does not make them equal to Jesus. He's still the Son of God. They're still not. But he creates or brokers this new relationship between them, not just between Jesus and Peter and Jesus and James and Jesus and Andrew, but between Peter and Andrew and Peter and James and so on. And this new friendship is mitigated by Jesus' own love for them and by the Holy Spirit's presence between them, which we'll see in John in a few more chapters after the resurrection. And in this new relationship, a relationship grounded in Jesus' love, they can now die for each other, and they can live for each other, rather than only for themselves. So that's some of the background of this passage. We'll see where that takes us on Sunday in the sermon. Until then, stay safe and God bless.